First of all, I just wanted to say thank you for having me. It's always an honor to be on these ancestral grounds. There are so many people that come before us and so many people that come after us. So it's always great to acknowledge where we've come from and where we're going as well. So congratulations. You're going to hear this many times today. It's one of the most important days of your life. It's a day of celebration, compassion, acknowledgement of your strengths, and perseverance, and most importantly, it's a day of gratitude. Many of you have overcome many challenges to be here today. We've already heard that. I mean, the pandemic has impacted many of us in different ways. Only you know what it truly took for you to be here. I remember when I sat in your seat over 20 years ago. I was so nervous about what was next, but I was so excited. The world was my oyster. One thing I totally remember was I was really glad that I would be making more money than my peers at university because I knew I had a BCIT education behind me. I had a friendly bet with some friends, and I'm glad that I won. It was one of those things. Standing on this stage here today is a special moment for me. When I was in your seat, I remember looking at the stage and thinking, I want to be a part of the platform party, wear the regalia, and be giving the speech. And now here I am. It wasn't about the status. It was about what it meant to achieve this. I am a master manifester. People know, I set my intentions and things come true, but that's not why I'm here today. I'm here because I was clear about my intentions. I knew what I desired. However, I was unattached from the outcome. I didn't know if it was going to be possible. I also had forgotten about this intention of mine that I sat sitting in your seat. However, subconsciously, I took steps towards it daily. When I was sitting where you were, I thought there was a particular path I had to take. That things had to look a certain way, and I needed to act accordingly. However, I'm happy to report that's not what happened. I stand in front of you, living a life that I never imagined for myself, as I didn't know this life was possible. I had never seen a woman of color stand on stage to give a convocation speech. In my world, that wasn't a possibility. It wasn't a possibility to work on global projects, have a team sprinkled around the world, and work to eradicate societal challenges, because all I had seen people like me do is work really hard, hit a glass ceiling, and be told they're lucky where they are. I created a new possibility for myself by being conscious of who I surrounded myself with. We've heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and so pick wisely. But this is where diversity of thought really matters. It really matters about getting different perspectives and different knowledge around you all the time. I was conscious about who I shared my dreams with and my aspirations with, and always questioned, how can I make this possible? Living in the question is what changed my life for me, and what attracted all the goodness that I have in my life. I listened to my heart. I took actions that didn't make sense to anyone else, but I knew intuitively they made sense to me, so I just acted. I was so scared at times, but then I would check in with myself, is it fear or is it resistance? Knowing that if it's resistance, I have to be cautious about how I move forward, but I still move forward. I made a lot of mistakes. I own a business that I grew while I was on bed rest. I live with minor brain injury, and I live with Lyme disease. I share that because the systems aren't built for people who are not able-bodied. The systems aren't built for people that sometimes look like me. The systems aren't built for people who can't perform a certain way. So I had to find a way to influence these systems. I had to have tough conversations about why the financial systems and the business world needs to be different. Most importantly, I surrounded myself with loved ones who I could just be myself with. They don't care about my accomplishments. They're here so proud of me today, but they actually don't care. They're here because they love me. At the end of the day, it's the relationships that matter. Everything else will fade away, but the memories you create won't. I sacrifice personal relationships for the sake of a career. I share that because when you're starting your career, we think that's what we have to do. And I'm telling you, you don't. I'm humbled to be reminded by people time and time again that it's the relationship with yourself, your body, and your loved ones, and the impact that you want to make in the world that's going to be the uttermost importance of and be valuable to you. As you step into the next stage of your life, prioritize these 4 things, and everything else will fall into place. As you move forward, determine what impact you want to make in the world. The impact comes from your words, and the way of being. It's not about what you do, it's about how you be in the world. Make a decision on who you are. Know that you will change and morph as you experience life. However, your heart always will know what's in a true alignment to what your soul is and what your soul wants for you. Your soul's guidance will never steer you wrong. Now, in this moment, set an intention of one thing you aspire to. Watch your life unfold to make it happen. It may take 20 years, so enjoy the journey while you're at it. Congratulations once again.